In Washington, a courtroom face-off continues between Google and the Justice Department. The fate of Google search lies in the hands of a federal judge who will decide the best solution to Google's monopoly in internet search. So let's bring in tech journalist Yasmin Khorram. And Yasmin, you got an exclusive interview, I might add, with the top DOJ antitrust official. So what did you learn from that interview?
Yes, learned a lot. So two major cases have landed two tech giants, Meta and Google, in courtrooms where they're essentially fighting to survive in their current form. Google has already lost twice to the DOJ, and this week we've been watching. They're in the remedy trial, and the Justice Department wants Google to divest its super popular browser, Chrome. A little backstory on this. This case started during Trump's first term, and it was litigated during Biden's. The previous administration wanted Google to divest its AI investments as part of its remedies. This administration took that off the table. So as we're watching Google's fate kind of hang in the balance, I sat down with top Trump DOJ antitrust official Omeed Assefi to talk about all of this and Google's remedies. Here's what he said.
So I think what you see out of the proposed remedies submitted by the Trump administration, you see a significant effort to make sure that the remedies that are sought are tailored to the specific opinion from the judge, in this case, Judge Mehta, and making sure that the remedies seek to fix the unlawful conduct that he found in his opinion.
So Assefi told me it's more about fixing the problem than punishing the company.
Okay, so let's talk about big tech. All eyes on big tech. What did he say about President Trump's stance on big tech?
We talked about that, and I also asked him specifically about whether Trump and, the White House weigh in on what these remedies should be or what company the DOJ should look into. He said he does not hear from the White House. Here's what he told me about what big tech should expect in the next 4 years.
Aggressive enforcement is here to stay. And so what you'll find are people who don't wake up in the morning looking to tear down tech companies and tear down American innovation. In fact, what you'll see is a group of people who strongly believe that the best remedy for American innovation and for the American marketplace is to have open competition with companies.
And in terms of that aggressive stance, Jules, we're already seeing it.
Right.
We're seeing the DOJ, the FTC going after two of the most valuable companies in the world.
Yeah, that was good information. I'm sure you got so much more. And we can share that. You can catch Yasmin's entire exclusive interview on her Substack, The Y Access. Go to yasminkhorram.substack.com. Thank you for bringing us that interview.
Sure.
All
Thanks.
right.